Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In this episode, we are going to get into some infinite mines. I'd also like to get into some jade as well, and start to carve some statues. But before any of that, I got to update you on what I did in between episodes. It wasn't a whole lot, but we got a nice caravan that came back, gave us our mulberry seeds and apple seeds, so I have those going. I got to show you those. So this grove here, we had dates, and we weren't really going to use dates for anything. So we have mulberries in here now. They've been going for a little while. We're still waiting for our silkworm shed to get those 10 leaves so that we can start to have some silkworms, and then we can get more into the silk processing stuff, and we'll probably do that in the next episode or the episode after that. So yeah, there's our mulberries, and then down over here, we needed some more plots and more grove space, so I put in two, I believe these were 10 by 15s for some apples. So we got a good amount of apples in here. A little bit of production, not a whole lot. They haven't been around for that long. The reason why I wanted to do more apples was because our food is kind of in the red. So I'm trying to not just put everything on farms just because that's what I always do. So we're still working on it, but I'll probably end up having to build more farms because that's kind of where we're at right now. And also noticed that during the winter time we had a lot of people running around with snowflakes, so I wanted to add in another little area down over here to help out these buildings that are kind of over in this area. So we have another little neighborhoody area coming in. I built a mosque this time instead of the church just so that we had the variety. Pretty cool building. You haven't seen it. Doesn't really fit with our foresty area, but it's still cool. I like it. Those are the basic updates. I did put in 2 more salt works over here, and I know that I talked about putting ovens in, but I noticed that I never actually did that. So I went around and I put ovens in all of our salt works. So we got those now, looking great. These aren't at full capacity because I was out of people. I just got some immigrants, so I'm gonna go ahead and load that up to 4 out of 4. So we're sitting at 20 free laborers right now. We have to put some people onto farms, I think. Since it's about 70,000 now. We are in the red. We are not making enough food. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in another farm. It is April, so it's a kind of late to get started here. Looks like this pea field is like halfway full already, so we're gonna go ahead and try and get a couple more going. Bunch of drunkards were lighting the campfire and holding a party near the city. Unexpectedly, they started to argue about which wine was better and asked others and you to judge. Tequila or whiskey? Ooh. So personally, I love margaritas, but I also really like Fireball. So I'm gonna go for margaritas. We'll say tequila. Some disapproved of this answer and brought out loads of whiskey for them to appreciate. Cool. So we got some whiskey. That's gonna help out the town, of course. A little bit of happiness boost is great. So we'll accept that for sure. Okay, so back to our farms here. I took the 4th person out of there, but I think I'll put them back in there because it's a late start. And now we are at 10 laborers. So I'm gonna slow down a bit, and we are going to go ahead and grab our technologies. So up over here, in starting off with the trade, we wanted to get to the carving workshop so that we can start to make some statues, and we can trade those out. We are going to need some building kits, steel tools, and cut stone. We can deal with that, no problem. We're going to go ahead and pick that up. And then the reason why I wanted to go for infinite mine and infinite quarry is because they're running out, and I don't want to keep building more and more mines. We could just go infinite. We might as well. And then I do have 1 extra trade point. I'm gonna go ahead and get the jade house as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. But I need some toolkits, so we're gonna have to trade for those. So toolkits, write it down in my little notepad here, and we will get some of those. All right. So I do have a awesome, humongous caravan going out right now. It's gonna be here in about 100 days, but look what I have going on in it. 25,000, almost 26,000 silver coins, lots of gems, a good amount of porcelain, but I'm buying a bunch of stuff. Buying some building kits, buying some scarecrows, ovens, and cats. Now, previously, we were buying cats from Rania because we were turning around and selling them to Carlos for a very small profit. Now, I have cats. I want to put them to use because we have a couple of senior houses now. I want to buff up the senior houses. Oh, I guess the senior houses take puppies, so we'll have to get some puppies as well. That's not a big deal. We can get that too. But yeah, I want to be able to improve our senior housing when it's a bulk pile of people, you know, that I like to improve it instead of going to the houses, and instead of improving 3 occupants, I'm improving 36 occupants. So I like to do that with the bigger buildings, the senior housing, and the luxury apartments. I think the luxury apartments might be the ones that use cats. I'm not certain though. But anyways, we need to get some puppies, and we need to get some toolkits. So we'll have to order those 2 things. Also, you might be able to notice it's kind of not super prominent, but we have started to utilize our obsidian roads here. So I got a couple of them. It's kind of patchworky right now, but it's coming together. You can see once they hit this the dark spot here, look how fast they move. They like fly down the road. It's great. Once more of the town becomes obsidian, it's going to be fantastic. This whole row right here is going to be obsidian, and I'm kind of just going to work my way up and over and turn the roads obsidian. I think it'll be great. It's going to be a nice thing to finally get going, having some better roads other than dirt roads. Our logistics are going to like that, and efficiency is going to get better. So over here on this side of the world, we have our jade points. So if you remember from a while ago, when we were building that, I left this space open for the anticipation of getting some jade here eventually, and we're finally at that point. And here's our jade house, and we're gonna go ahead and we will get one of these guys put into, well, wait a second here. Can find jade in, oh, what? I'm looking at this now that I'm at the point where I'm ready to do jade. If we go over here and we search jade, the jade house is something that is going to allow us to sift through stone. Can find jade in stone, which can be used in the carving workshop and jewelry workshop. That's all great, but why is there a jade point, extra jade output from mines and mountain mines? Okay, that's great, but if we go over here to our mines, there's no jade option. And you don't get stone for mines anyway. What the heck? So that seems a little bit funky. We're gonna have to get a super duper quarry or something in there. So just curiosity's sake, that we didn't get a jade mine, right? That's not a thing? No, I don't see one here. So gem mine, yes. So okay, well let's check the gem mines. Is there jade in here? No. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why that says it like that. So okay, so having a jade mine over here, or a jade sifter thing, it doesn't really make sense. Anyways, we needed quarries anyway. So over here in our little quarry spot, now we'll find our jade house, and we'll get this guy tucked in somewhere. We'll go right over in here. It's a little bit of ways from our quarry, but it'll be just fine. We're gonna need some of those toolkits, like I mentioned, so we're gonna have those. I think I did hear the trade noise, so that means our caravan should have returned. Yes, okay. And I just want to check our rep with Rania to see if it went to 4, and it looks like it did. So we can now make exquisite swords and the Grand Bazaar. So let's go ahead and where is this made? Advanced Smithy. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. We're gonna make some of those for sure. Advanced Smithy. Boom. We have quite a few of those guys down over in here, and we'll just add in one more right there. Great. And here's our Grand Bazaar, 12 by 12. So we're gonna go ahead and, ooh, this is a great spot for this thing. We'll go ahead and plop that down right in here. What do we need for this? A couple building kits, got it. Planks, got it. Rope, got it. Nice. So we'll check back on that in a little bit. So now that we got tier 4 with Rania, that's pretty great. Let's see, what's tier 5? Those were a couple of good things in here. We have better trade, and then this thing, which improves the speed of technology experience, and everybody can go to school here. So this thing is great. We can turn off all of our schools, get a couple of workers back that way, but we got to get to tier 5. We're a little bit ways out of there. We're like 1,600 out. So I'm going to go ahead and set up another caravan. We're going to go see Rania. We're going to get some of our toolkits, and we'll probably get a little bit more money too. All right, here we go. We got Rania. We got 4 people in there. Assurance. We're selling some gems and porcelain again for a little bit of money, not that much, but we got our 60 toolkits and some puppies. We're going to go ahead and farm that, get some more rep and some more of those good things. So I do have one more tech point available now, and I probably should have just gone down over into minting here and started to mint our own coin, but I didn't. Maybe we'll do that later. But the next thing that we probably want to check out is going to be in more trade stuff. So we're kind of a little bit behind with our trade stuff, but I think since we'll be able to get jade here, I think we should make some jewelry. We're going to need some more toolkits. We should have enough. We ordered 60, so we should have enough. Let's go ahead and get the jewelry shop. Oh, and it looks like that. Our Grand Bazaar is good to go. So we'll check that out too. Okay, so first, advanced smithy. Let's go ahead and get in here. We wanted to get to some exquisite swords. 5 steel for 1 sword. A worth of 130 a piece. Ooh, super good. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get that started. Over here, the Grand Bazaar has 2 caravans that we could send out. So we could have a total of 4 now. Since I just sent that one out to Rania, I'm not going to go ahead and set anything else up at the time. Plus, we don't have any more workers. So we can't quite do that. But we'll wait for that one to get back, and then we can send them out from here. I don't think that there's anything else that's a bonus with this. Lower the price volatility caused by trading with faction. I think that just is a global passive, not specifically for the Grand Bazaar. Ooh, finally, our silkworm shed is good to go. It looks like we're making some silkworm cocoons, but we need 30 mulberry leaves for 10 silkworm cocoons, and then we take the silkworm cocoons and make that into silk. Again, we don't have that tech quite yet, but we're pretty set up to start getting into silk, so that'll be a good thing to be able to make as well. That's going to be under processing. We'll get to silk, and oh, wait a sec. We should be able to already make silk at the textile mill. Okay, so let's see. Do we have a textile mill that we were using this? I know that we got this a while ago. I kind of just forgot about it. Let's see, where do we have? Let's get one of these guys down, and we'll get some silk happening. That'll be cool. But we need to get some more of these cocoons happening before we get to the silk. This thing is going to be slow. We might need to add in another grove for mulberries specifically, which is something we absolutely could do. Ooh, we got some starvation issues happening. Looks like this wasn't quite enough. We need to do some shuffling. So what we got to do, I have a good amount of people in the gem mines right now. I had 20 in here for a while, but you can see we're down to 6. So I'm going to probably just turn this whole deal off and take those 6 people back. And let's check our builders' cabins. I know I have a couple that have multiple people in there. Yeah, like this one doesn't need to have that many people in it right now. And this one doesn't need to have that many people in it right now. Okay, cool. So those are the ones that I know that I had people in. We need to go back up to our farms, and let's get these guys started. Ooh, but it's July? Cripe. A little bit late on that. What we could do is turn one of these guys into cactus cuts. Ooh, but it looks like our reserves of cactuses are getting low. We may need to add in another cactus farm or 2. So I found a couple more people here. There were some people in the senior mine here that this mine expired. So they got kicked out of there. We got to do something about it. We're going to go ahead and upgrade this senior mine, but we can't quite do that yet because we need a couple more steel and we need some more lanterns. So over here we have our steel processing going on. I have added the upgrade of additional jobs. So we have an additional worker in some of these. We might want to go ahead and add some more furniture into additionals. Let's do one more here. All right, and there we go. We'll put a 3rd person in that smelter. Let's just double check to make sure that we have all the things to continue to make steel. It looks like our refined fuel is getting a little low. We have 10 still, so we're doing okay. But maybe we want to add in another smelter. Go ahead and do that as well. So 21 people now, nobody on the timeline. We're kind of pushing it again for workers. Something we could do is kick back a couple of our iron workers. We have tons of iron right now. So we might want to do that. I'm gonna take 10 people out of there. This quarry's got 5 people in it right now. Let's see if we can upgrade this guy. Nope. We need steel and we need lanterns from this as well. So we do have, luckily, a mountain quarry over here that's ready to go. So once this quarry is empty, we'll go ahead and come over here and continue to get some stone out of there. Or we just don't do stone for a while. We have 7,000 stone. We're not doing a huge wall or anything of stone, so we won't need that much. But we do have our textile mill good to go over here. So let's see. There's our silk. Yep, 10 cocoons for 5 silk. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get that queued up. But I think what we'll do, we'll take that worker out of there because we were getting a little tight on workers. We're up to almost 30 now, so we're doing better. I'm going to wait until we get some more cocoons saved up, and then we'll get this silk really kicking going. But we have it built. It's ready to go for us. Over here, we have our lighting factory. It looks like we have a decent amount of oil and glass bottles. Let's give Adam a couple extra hands here to kick this off a little bit further. Get lots more lanterns coming in. And we need to get this food addressed. So back over here, it is winter time. let's go ahead and toggle these back on, get some more workers over here. We'll put these guys back up to 4 workers just so that we make sure that we're getting as much yield out of these fields as possible. And now all of a sudden we're back down to 12 workers. So another thing we want to double check is make sure that our inventories are open enough for the yield. It looks like we are doing all right with that. This warehouse is at 25, this one's at 18%. So these guys are all right over here. Oh, I did find some turkeys. I forgot to mention this. Found some turkeys in between episodes here, and we got them in our eco pastures over here on the right side. Just 2 of them. We have 17 in this one and 17 in the other one. So we're getting some turkeys now. Turkeys are just providing the meat and some extra poop. We have tons of poop right now, but no feathers from the turkeys. Those are from our geese, which we have tons of and have had for a long time. Another thing that I was thinking of is we're very concentrated with our farms up in the northern part of our town. We have farms like almost all the way along the top here. Where we don't have farms is down over here. So I was thinking about maybe adding in some farms, like right in here might not be the worst place to put some farms. So we're gonna go ahead and put in some plantations. Now, one thing that I was also considering was we may need to start working on our reputation to get to that T3 and get ourselves some more of those dense farms. Those are the best farms. If we go over here back to our bazaar and go factions, and we go here, then we go to T3, plus 50% production bonus on the dense farms, as opposed to our plantations, which are over here. And these guys are only 25% yield. So we can see right there, 25% yield, and the dense are 50. We gotta get to the dense when we have to. Once we do, I think we will have to waive all of our food problems goodbye for a long time. And that'll be good. That's what we want to get to. So I think we'll have to start working on that reputation. Let's double check our caravans. It looks like we have everybody back. So let's just see where we got with Rania here. And we got about like 200 points. So that's not too bad, but we do need to do some upgrades. So we have the doggies now that we were needing before for our senior house. And this one takes 2. So we're going to go ahead and get puppies in here. This is going to lower the citizen stress. So I mean, why not? We're going to go ahead and do that. So we got puppies in there now. And then we don't quite have enough luxury furniture to upgrade. And we don't have any toilets or water closet. If you were wondering what WC up there meant. So we could order some toilets as well for trade. That wouldn't be the worst thing. But what I want to have is some more items to trade out. Since we kicked all of our people out of our gem mines, our porcelain is the only thing that's getting us a little bit of money, and it's not the most potent trade item right now. But I believe we got some statuettes, right? So let's go ahead and find that. All right, here's our carving workshop. So iron, timber, or gold, or jade into statues. We're gonna get this guy for sure. So let's go over here. This is kind of turning into our new little industrial area. Not really on purpose, but it's kind of what it's evolving into. But that's all right. We'll go ahead and we'll plop this guy down right here. And we'll get that built up as well. Our jewelry workshop is good to go. So this guy is going to look for silver ore, gold sand, or jade. We don't have any of these yet. We're going to take Vita out of there. Again, let's wait till we get a little bit of a stockpile before we focus on that too much, since we're kind of low on workers. Oh, we do have immigrants on the timeline now. Great. So we'll get those people here soon, hopefully. All right, let's double check our mines here. So we still need a few more lanterns. We're only at 47. So we got to keep waiting for that before we can get the upgrade. And I'll probably do our quarry first because the quarry is running out. And we have additional mines that we can use in the meantime, while we're waiting for those to upgrade. So I think we'll do this first. And now that we're going to be using stone for jade, we are going to need more. We're going to keep that coming in. So let's see, how are we doing? We have 6 jade already, not too bad. We have Grayson working in here. I would like to add another worker in here, but I'm going to wait till we get some immigrants before we do that. And now that we have the 1 jade house, can we upgrade it at all? Ooh, steel tools? Absolutely, we can do that. Furniture remodels the structure with toolkits to reduce materials consumed for production. That's really good. But we're going to go ahead and start with steel tooling. This is going to make citizens' work easier, improving work efficiency. So we have plenty of steel tools. We're going to go ahead and throw those in there. So that'll be great to get those going. Now that I'm kind of thinking about upgrades, got upgrades on the mind here, we should check our other stuff. What do we need? So we need some bricks here. Oh, we got that. So we have a lot of smithies that we can put some bricks in. Let's do some upgrading. All right, we got all of our advanced smithies now using the brick kilns. I noticed we had a regular smithy, so we're upgrading that one. And what else do we got over here? Oh, we have some ovens. How many do we have left? 6? Ooh, so we could make some more soap. We could do that. I'm going to wait for our ovens. I got to look around before I just start throwing those things in willy-nilly. They're kind of expensive. So we'll just hold up for now for more upgrades. But I do want to get those. Oh, this warehouse can be upgraded still. Oh, yeah. So all 6 of those warehouses are all good to go. Happy for those guys. And now I'm thinking I'm just going to hold up and wait for those immigrants. And once they get here, we're going to trickle them in. And we are going to probably set up another caravan. And we're going to get a whole bunch more things on the way. All right, we finally got our immigrants here. We have a new caravan set up in our Grand Bazaar. We're going to go ahead and do 4 caravan members who are buying insurance. We're going to sell some swords, gems, and porcelain. And we're going to buy some toolkits, puppies, and toilets. We're going to go ahead and form that, get that on the way here. So in between episodes, I was watching the food stat here, and I realized that we had some like 20,000 fish that were just hanging out. And so I unbanned fish. Well, now if we go to our curing workshop here and we go to fish, now we have a little bit of reserves, but before we had zero fish. So all of our curing workshops that were utilizing fish were sitting here twiddling their thumbs. So I have rebanned fish, which should start to be eating some salted fish again, which will help our hunger and our happiness. So hopefully that's back on track. We'll see though. And then I noticed that we had a good amount of salt. We had like 500 when I looked. So I turned this curing workshop back on, and I was waiting for some immigrants so we could trickle some more people back in there. We're going to go ahead and do that with some salt happening now. Get hopefully a little bit more food coming in. Let's see what we can do for the curing workshop here as far as upgrades go. Looks like we can do oven. Let's absolutely go ahead and do that. We'll upgrade this one as well, and looks like that's going to be it for us. So, okay, we'll do that. Oh, the hidden thief again. We're going to go ahead and investigate the staircase again, and we got some stuff. Nice. Okay, that'll be nice to get those little thingy doodlers. And then the other things that we need to sprinkle in. So I noticed that back over here, we have our textile mill. Let's see if we have any the cocoons ready. We do. So we're going to go ahead and get some cocoon silk started. That'll be awesome. And then jewelry workshop. Let's see if we got any jade that we can use. 7 jade. Let's go ahead and get this going as well. So with the 18 more workers, we need to get some more farms going. I know I've been saying farms and food and stuff a lot. We got to get it figured out. We did get 2 plantations completed over here. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 more. Get those on the way. And I'm going to do one on the opposite side here as well. Okay, so 3 more plantations, providing us some food down over here. That'll be awesome. There was something else that I got in between episodes that I forgot about. The tobacco seed. So we got some tobacco growing in our nurseries now. 274 ready to get traded out. So I'm happy about this. We have a good amount of trade goods now. We have the tobacco, the statuettes, the jewelry, the swords, the gems plain. So all sorts of good things. And we're working on some more obsidian roads, and I think we're looking pretty good. And I think that's going to be it for this episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you have a fantastic, amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I hope to see you again soon.